Nick Spinetto is live on the scene with what we know.
Yeah, Chris and Lois, some pretty tense and terrifying moments here this afternoon on Carolina Avenue. As you can see behind me, a couple of Lee County Sheriff's deputies standing by, kind of investigating what's going on. All we know at this point is that there was some type of altercation between two people, and there may have been a stabbing. I can tell you, Wink News was first on the scene here. When we got on the scene, somebody was taken away in an ambulance, and another person was taken away in a Lee County Sheriff's deputy's car. Now, as you see my cameraman moving here, you can see it happen just feet away from a daycare center. Now, good news is, though, nobody inside that daycare center was injured, not even really affected by this. However, we are hearing reports that maybe one of the suspects or some type of incident involving this particular situation is involved in the daycare. Someone may have run behind the daycare and they're roping off this entire area. In fact, we are now standing in the crime scene, so we do have to move in just a few minutes. The person may have run behind that daycare and they're blocking off this area trying to figure out what exactly happened. Again, though, no one inside that daycare affected by this, but I can tell you we are hearing reports that somebody was stabbed just a little while ago and somebody was taken away in the Lee County Sheriff's Sheriff's deputy car. I have been working my sources for the past 50 minutes or so since this call came in, trying to get you some more details. Wink News first on the scene, and you can trust us to be the first to break new details.
Wink News breaking into your regular programming to bring you breaking news from the Caloosahatchee River in downtown Fort Myers, and a boat overturned and the search for people in the water.
Max Tournier live on the scene with the latest details on this breaking news. Max.
That's right, we're right next to the FWC office near the Fort Myers Yacht Basin, and the newest information is this: we have 3 victims on land right now. We also have 3 animals that have been taken out of the water. We understand that officials with FWC and other local law enforcement agencies are still out in the Caloosahatchee River searching for one person that's out in the water. Again, about a half hour ago, we got word that a boat had capsized in the Caloosahatchee River. After that, we heard a lot of scanner traffic, a lot of boats in the water searching for these people. But the latest, again, right now, 3 people safe on dry land right now, 3 animals safe as well. Guys, we're going to stay with us and bring you the latest information as soon as we get it. We're live at Fort Myers Yacht Basin. Max Tournier, Wink News Now.
Max, right behind you right now are the 3 people who were pulled out of the water. They obviously have not been taken to the hospital. Do you know, are they doing okay?
They appear to be in all right condition. Trey, to be honest with you, we have been in a hurry to get down here trying to get as much information as we can, but best we can tell, they seem to be in all right condition. They appear to be sitting up. They appear to be being treated by emergency personnel right now. So as far as we know, yes, they are in a fair to good condition. We haven't confirmed that with people yet, but Trey, we're going to stay on this. We'll bring you the latest when we get it.
There you go, baby.
Steve Bowling spent 18 months in Iraq.
I was there when we drove through the streets and kids would run alongside the convoy.
Now this soldier is back home and fighting for something else, his veterans benefits.
Case manager, press 0.
You just keep calling over and over and over and over.
We're sorry that all lines are busy at this time.
It's been 5 months and Bowling still hasn't received his education stipend from the VA. In fact, he can't even get through on the phone.
You can sit there for hours, just redial, redial, redial.
Due to technical difficulties, we are unable to process your call at this time.
What are you supposed to do? How are you supposed to get a hold of somebody that can help you? You know, I don't understand.
So Wink News started making our own calls to the top brass in Washington.
I'm calling about an Iraq War veteran who, I guess he applied in August and it's December. He still hasn't gotten his money. And now when he calls, he just gets this recorded message.
We left voicemails, got transferred, even hung up on.
Yeah, but you disconnected me.
We found out this is a big problem. Thousands of veterans are still waiting for checks. Bowling's worried he may not be able to pay for next semester's classes.
I'm trying to go to school. You know, I don't care about anything else. I just want to be able to continue going to school. That's it.
A community sickened, their neighbor Stephen Forrester preying on little children.
That's very disturbing.
Bob Wheeler lives next door to Forrester. He admits Stephen Forrester is a nice man.
I see him every now and then.
Though he worried about Forrester's past as a convicted sex offender, he served probation back in 1995 for exposing himself to 3 young girls. Now, he's accused of molesting 6 little girls in North Fort Myers. According to this sheriff's report, Forrester would visit the home where the girls were being watched by a babysitter. The sitter did not know about Forrester's past and allowed the children to be around him. The little girls told investigators Forrester would touch them inappropriately and showed them pictures of his private parts, and he did it several times. No one answered the door at Forrester's home on Monday. Neighbor Bob Wheeler struggles with the news.
Well, it surprised me because, I don't know, he acted like I guess things were straightening up.
Dulcine and Bud Kessing have seen a lot in their 62 years of marriage.
We had 8 children, and my husband was in the Navy.
Bud is a veteran of World War II and the Korean War as a weapons specialist. He now suffers from dementia. 3 weeks ago, a token of their lifelong love was stolen.
In my 86 years, I've never had this happen to me before.
Nicole Ely faces grand theft charges for stealing Dulcine's engagement ring. She was hired to care for the Kessings on weekends. Geneva Ward works on weekdays and helped interview Ely for the job. She was suspicious.
And I wasn't trying to knock her out of a job, you know. I said, okay, we'll give her a chance.
I had her for 2 weekends, and then the 3rd weekend she never showed.
That's when Dulcine noticed her ring was gone too.
I called the sheriffs.
And they quickly discovered Ely had pawned it off. Deputies say Ely pawned the ring for a lot less than its real value.
$170.
And how much is the ring worth?
$12,000.
It was only after all their trouble the Kesslings learned Ely had a record. In 1999, she pleaded guilty to burglary, grand theft, and credit card fraud. Again in 2007, she pleaded no contest to grand theft.
If she'd just come back and worked the following weekend, she would have made $220, more than she got for the ring.
Nicole Ely is in jail tonight. The ring is back on Dulcine's finger.
It was of great sentimental value, and I was so glad to get it back.
Approximately 5 million Americans, including more than 22,000 in Lee County, have Alzheimer's. By the year 2050, an estimated 14 million will be affected by the disease.
Wake photojournalist Jason Wynn recently visited with an Alzheimer's patient and her husband. Tonight, a touching story on how they cope with the disease.
Today, I go see her every day. I miss her a lot. And, I spend a couple of hours with her every day.
Alzheimer's is a progressive, irreversible illness.
She knows who I am. Jello.
Okay.
How important is it to bring her, a little Jello every day?
Well, I don't bring it every day, but just about every day. I think, to me, it's very important. She has very nice nails, and they stay very good. They don't break or anything if she eats a lot of Jello. So I make sugar-free Jello, and I bring her down a cup of sugar-free Jello. How you feeling, dear?
Good.
Good? It's always good, right?
Not always.
Why not?
They begin to have changes in language skills, and it takes them longer to process information and be able to respond.
Sometimes I'm like this.
Okay. Okay. Well, something was said this morning. She started to laugh. And I really think humor is one of the best medicines, if that's what you want to call it, because it takes their mind off everything else.
Yeah. What's Alzheimer's to you?
Well, now it means a debilitating disease that takes your life away from you. I love her because I've still got her.
And you have memories. That is a tough situation, still a beautiful couple.